Well, hi everybody. It's been a long time since we last did a live Facebook, and I think you've been all waiting to hear the latest in regard to Syrian Labs and the Fini blockchain phone project. And I can tell you that there's a lot to update about, and more important, don't forget, we are exactly a month and 13 days away from the official launch event, which is going to be held in Barcelona. The event venue will be shared with the community very soon. However, it's still going to be a very close event for top tier publications and journalists that has been invited for the unveiling of the product. And more important, we will have our two brand ambassadors, Mr. Leo Messi and the recently joined Gennady Golovkin, aka Triple G, who's going to join us as well for a meet and greet. The main purpose of this event would be obviously to reveal the phone globally. We're expecting really big names in terms of the media that's going to be joining us there. And we will share every information from the event itself with our audiences and community throughout the various platforms that we are deploying. So with no further ado, I would like to start by addressing some of the questions that have been handed to us through the very extensive work of our moderators and our community. And let's start with the first question.
Okay, well, Adam Shifter asks on Telegram, what's the deal with Cardano? The partnership was announced on Medium and Twitter. What are some of the specifics behind that partnership?
So I don't want to disclose too many details in regard to the Syrian Labs and Cardano partnerships. I can only tell you one thing, that I recently spoke with Moshe Hogeg, and there was a big conversation going on between Charles and Moshe yesterday regarding the scope of the partnership and when it's going to be announced. So once we'll have the official information to be shared with the community, I will make sure that you will be the first one to know.
Okay, well, Adam also wants to know what the situation is with the development of Syrian Labs' own blockchain that he says was promised during the ICO.
So first of all, we want to release the product as soon as possible. We shared with the community the launch plan to be released at the end of 2018. At first stage, as you all know, the phone would not interconnect between all devices, moreover, between all the operating system. However, the deployment of the Syrian Labs blockchain network will be targeted for the second half of 2019. You're probably asking which protocol we're going to be using. I can't disclose this information yet. The only thing, I don't know if you've been following the entire activity that our hub group is taking, but if we didn't update you yet, we partnered with one of the most distinguished academical institutes called the Tel Aviv University. And we basically formed an alliance. We sponsored with lots of money the establishment of a blockchain research facility in the university. And a lot of the answers obviously are going to be derived from the latest research and development, and obviously the findings and recommendations that are going to be coming through the Tel Aviv University Blockchain Institute.
Great. Gerard Stachera, and I apologize if I got that name wrong, but on Facebook asks when the marketing campaign is due to start.
So first of all, we never stop the marketing campaigns. You're probably not going to be, you're not getting retargeted already, because we already displayed a lot of our ads to you beforehand, and basically pumping the same messages and advertisements to the same target audience is not what we think is effective marketing. The throttle is going to open the afterburners on November 29th during the official product launch, and we will share and air for the first time the Messi commercial during this event, and other great surprises that we prepared. So just to give you a very direct answer, all marketing campaigns are due from the launch. We don't want to waste any what we call MO before we have the product ready for commercial distribution and sales. So stay tuned. We are almost less than 6 weeks away.
Great. I just wanted to let everyone know. Thanks everyone. Thank everyone for joining in on this Facebook Live. If anyone watching has any questions or wants to ask anything about the product, the functionality, anything else that you are curious to know about, feel free to ask in a chat, and we will try to get to all of your questions as well. So getting back to the questions, and on the topic of marketing, NN on Telegram asks what the future marketing promotion plans are and whether or not we're going to release the phone in China.
So let me start by answering the second question. For the time being, the first wave of devices that's going to be distributed is not going to be ready for the Chinese market. However, we are looking seriously into it. And once we have solid news to share, we will. In regard to the marketing campaign, so I'm the chief marketing officer of this company, and basically I lead the strategy from bottom to up, from building the brand and creating the right brand ID and brand values and creatives, up to channeling it throughout the different platforms that we deploy. Basically, we will be using a lot of mass media channels, such as public relationship. We are doing a lot of investor relationship and community management throughout the different social media channels that we operate. I don't know if you saw, but we grew our Telegram community from 11,000 people to almost 60,000 people in less than 2 weeks. We've been doing a lot of different growth campaigns that we've managed, and they were extremely successful. Beside that, we're going to do a lot of media buy on different platforms, from Google to Facebook to other targeted channels that we believe that our community resides on, to include not only banner displays but also video, the Messi commercial, and many other things that we're preparing in terms of great content bits that are going to be helping us to push furthermore our brand. And basically, we are also looking for new, innovative, and emerging media real estate that we want to deploy in order to get the brand out there. We have basically 4 objectives to meet in terms of marketing. The ground objective is creating the right awareness towards the company, and specifically the product and the Fini blockchain phone and the Syrian operating system. There is also a tough challenge of positioning ourselves. Mobile devices is considered to be a red ocean. There are a lot of companies, not too many, but around 100 competitors that are basically selling mobile devices. And the second objective that we need to obtain is our positioning in this market. I think we're coming for the first time in many years with a lot of innovation that was lacking until now. Major innovation was around optics and camera, and now it's the first time that we're going to be featuring other areas that's going to be basically changing the way people would use their mobile devices. Obviously the third and fourth objectives are the most important one, and that is to increase the bottom line, the sales of the devices, the distribution of the operating system. Where the holy grail relies is the fact that we want to get each one of you as our brand ambassadors. I mean, that's advocacy is for us the most important marketing objective that we want to be successful with.
Awesome. So Tree Talk on Telegram wants to know what the progress is on Fini nodes and why the Fini is being released on the Ethereum blockchain.
So The SRN is our token, and our token relies on obviously the ERC20 protocol, and it was for us the first blockchain that was immediate for us to use and simple to use. In terms of announcing the node and the blockchain network that we're going to be using, I discussed it earlier in this conversation. We will share more news once we have them. Again, I would like to remind you that we're reviewing many different solutions that are now available in the market and some that are not yet available. The only thing I can promise you is that we have very, very smart people here that I'm very confident will take the right decision when the time will come.
And one question that a lot of people have been asking is latest pre-order figures.
So I don't know if you understand that pre-orders for us, it's a breakdown of different strategies. One is the pre-orders that individuals have, and I can tell they are by the thousands already generated through our different channels, especially through the Syrian Labs website. And maybe this is the opportunity to say that if you haven't visited our website in the last 4 weeks, you'll be very surprised that we launched a totally new website, preparing it to fully support e-commerce. Also, that will be based on the capability to get paid both with fiat and crypto, including Bitcoin. It's going to be available both on our website and also through the physical stores that we're going to be selling our products. Going back to the other answer in regard to the pre-orders, we have signed some major deals around the world in some really lucrative territories. I do want to keep all the big news more towards the launch to be shared with the media, and I hope you understand why we chose this strategy. But if you remember, our target for selling the devices for the first year was 100,000 devices. I'm very confident that we're going to be achieving this goal. So maybe that answers the question, but the official answer in regard to the numbers that we've been getting through the different distribution deals that we had so far, disclosure would be towards the official launch event and party.
Okay. Sevtan, who's watching live, wants to know if you can describe how a transaction would be conducted. And it looks like he's talking about actually purchasing a phone for someone who has no clue about blockchain.
So the answer for this is basically falling on our vision. If you remember, the Syrian Labs vision is to bridge the gap between the blockchain economy and the mass market. And for people who has no idea about crypto, they will be able to get their first, I would say, onboarding into the crypto world, either by going into a physical shop where the product is going to be sold, and our team of store scientists are going to be basically delivering a lot of, I would say, very relevant information about blockchain technologies, about cryptocurrencies, about the promise that it brings to the community. So one place to get familiar with this amazing promise would be throughout the different stores that are going to be opened for the Fini product. And also we have a lot of communications that we're going to be sharing with the community through our website, including the news. We share a lot of blog posts in regard to blockchain and the industry. And also inside the boxing, there's a lot of additional information in regard to this world. And I think the best place also for people who are looking to dive into crypto is to soul search on different channels. But we will give maybe it's an idea for us to give like the 10 most relevant resources to learn in a simple way on what blockchain is all about, and also cryptocurrencies.
Got it. Hector Hernandez on Twitter wants to know, how do we see blockchain cell phones as more and more start popping up? What is it that makes Finny stand out above the other options?
So currently we hear about other options, and when I'm thinking about other options, I know that one of the biggest manufacturers is about to release a blockchain phone, which we are now trying to understand what's the value proposition behind it. We're doing a lot of competitive analysis. I can only talk about our product for the time being until there are going to be product releases by other companies. So Finny, beside the fact that you probably saw this phone, right? This is my device, and this is the second screen for the cold wallet operation. I think the thing that would distinguish our device is the fact that we are going to be probably the first and maybe only company in the next year to release a product with a real cold storage wallet, which is a totally separated chipset computer from the general phone and the general operating system, the Android. So in terms of keeping your crypto safe, I believe that we have the most secure solution. Second thing is the operation of both the wallet, the token conversion service, and the decenter. The decenter is basically where all the dApps are going to be featured on this device, and it would be a day-to-day ultra secure phone, giving you the ability to enjoy the essentials of Google certified Android operating system, alongside the amazing gateway to the crypto and blockchain world by basically handing you the best dApps around in a very simple to use mechanism. So we are here to solve the two main problems that prevented from blockchain hitting the mass market. And that obviously one is the security issue, and second is all about the user experience. Until now, if you want to use a dApp, if you want to get your crypto anywhere, you really need to know how and where to look for it. And we've been basically resolving these issues within the device. Just to simplify it, most of the people in the world use their browsers, but they have no idea how TCP IP runs, or you drive a car, but you don't really know how the engine and the other moving parts works together. This is what Syrian Labs going to do for you in regard to token conversions and the immediate seamless use of different decentralized applications.
Okay, and the last question that we have time for today, on Twitter, Trill Gates wants to know, will Finny come with both hot and cold wallets?
So we will have a cold wallet on the phone. This is our promise.
Okay, great. So Nimrod, thank you so much for coming onto our Facebook Live and answering questions.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming and watching and participating and asking your questions. Nimrod, any final words before we sign off?
Yeah, it's been an exciting year. We're almost 12 months away since we concluded our crowd sale. We are working around the clock with a very big team of professionals to develop a product which relies both on hardware and software. I don't know how many of you guys or women there ever had a chance to understand what is the effort on building hardware, supporting it with very innovative software. It's been, and it's still, a very, very challenging task, but I'm very proud to say that we're going to be meeting our timelines, and we're going to be releasing an outstanding product, and I'm sure that you will be very appreciative.
All right, well, thanks again, Nimrod.
Thank you.